Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel, Anne's Aesthetics, where hopefully I can bring you a little bit of peace, happiness, and a vibe through painting today. This tutorial is going to be on a super trippy, cool Scooby Doo painting. I grew up watching Scooby Doo. My favorite member of the gang was Daphne. Let me know what your favorite member was down below. As I'm getting older though, I feel like I vibe more with Scooby and Shaggy, honestly. But enough about me, let's move on to what I'm doing here. So what I kind of did is I traced the Scooby first and I followed the reference picture. If you would like to find my inspiration photo, you can check out my Pinterest, which will be in the description box below. You can go to that Pinterest, find the board Art and Drawings, and you will find this inspiration photo under that board. This isn't the first Scooby-Doo painting I've ever done. I did do once 5 paintings, one of each member of the gang. I didn't think it turned out very well, but I did sell it. So someone must have liked it, I guess. After drawing the outline of the Scooby-Doo, I'm just going in with black for the background. I'm doing this so that I can outline the background and see what Scooby I'm working with, and then I will go back in after I finish Scooby and repaint that black background to make it bold. Here I am taking lavender sachet for Scooby's top of his head, his ears, and part of his jaw. Scooby's nose will also be purple for this painting today. That's my cat saying hi. He's right here with me and he's purring up a storm. My goodness, he's happy. Do you have a pet? If you didn't check out last week's tutorials, it was on the Powerpuff Girls. So on Monday I posted one on Buttercup, on Wednesday I posted one on Bubbles, and then on Friday I did my final one over Blossom. Super fun, super cute, easy for beginners. And then I also posted on Monday a Ghost Bestie painting tutorial for those Halloween lovers who are in their spooky season. Oh my goodness, spooky season mood. Using bright magenta, I'm gonna go over the lips slash the purple on Scooby's face and some of the neck and the mouth. This is basically a highlighting portion. If you look at the reference photo, you can kind of see what areas I'm dealing with and why I'm dealing with them. Going back in with lavender sachet to really help blend the pink magenta fuchsia color with the purple and make it look more blended and smooth rather than two defined colors. The final color I'll be taking is bright yellow, and I'm just going to be using that around the ears, on the bottom of his mouth and lips. In a way, this is the highlighting shade for our trippy painting today. Be sure to always look at the reference photo, or you can do your own little type thing. I kind of did mine, I added a little more yellow, whereas the original inspiration photo had more purple, a dark purple. I wanted to go with like a pale kind of vibe. It also depended on what I had on supply too, honestly. After we finish that, I'm going to be taking the shade 2 Blue, and I'm going to be using that to kind of darken and create shadows on the neck portion of Scooby. I'm just going to blend it out. Did decide to go back in and just clean up around the edges. Just really wanted to make sure that everything was blended and it looked seamless and smooth. Could have done more blending if I had more time. If you have time, you are more than welcome to spend a little bit more time on the blending portion. You can either use an acrylic paint or you can use an acrylic marker for this, but I'm taking a darker green color and I'm using this to create a section of green on Scooby's ear. And then I'm going to fill it in. And right here on the other ears, I'm starting at the bottom with a yellow acrylic marker. Then you see the green goes on top and I finish it off with some blue later on. Light blue shade was just so pretty in my opinion. Similar to the ears, we're going to do a pattern inside of Scooby's mouth. So I'm outlining where the tongue will be, and then I'm just kind of filling in around, really following the reference photo here. While I'm waiting for the yellow to dry, I'm going at the top of the mouth with a darker kind of blue shade, and I'm also going to be filling it in this area as well. Next is a light pink shade. Then, as you can probably guess, we're going to fill this in too. After we finish filling in this pink, we will use an orange for the middle space between the pink and the yellow. Once that dries, I will be taking some white paint. I decided to use paint for this because I wanted it to be bold and opaque. This is going to be the tongue of Scooby's mouth. Honestly, this is one of my favorite parts, is outlining a canvas painting. I really think it does a great job of cleaning up the canvas and making it pop. So that's what I'm doing right here. I am tracing Scooby's ears, and then I will work on tracing his head, his neck, and then carry on to working on that collar. This is a trippy painting, so you don't necessarily have to worry about your lines being completely perfect. It's okay if they're a little wobbly. I will be using this acrylic marker to work on the fine lines and Scooby's nose today. For the eyes, I just created a spiral. I did one, like they're facing each other, so they're kind of opposite. So that makes it look like he's like looking in cross-eyed. And then I made sure to thicken up the lines afterwards. So just draw your spiral and then you can go in and thicken up the lines. Honestly, the tongue was one of my favorite parts to do. I think it turned out one of the trippiest sections. Just follow the methods of the lines I'm doing. A lot of U curvy shapes, doing a basic outline on the tongue, and then I'm filling it in per usual. This part is just going to be black and white, as it is the collar, the trippy collar for Scooby. While we're waiting for stuff to dry, we're going to go back in on those ears and draw our black solid lines across them and do some finishing touches with the nose. I personally used white paint, but you could use an acrylic marker if you please. And I'm also using black paint to fill in the lines for the trippy innards of Scooby's mouth. Now this is where it kind of gets exciting because we're going to add the trippy elements. We're starting off with a light blue color to draw our first big drip, and then we're drawing the second drip coming off of the tongue. And I'm drawing a big circle here that I'll fill in later. and a couple little circles as well. I just felt that this lime green and the light blue paired together so nicely. Like we did with the blue, I am going to be drawing a couple circles here and there, and I'm going to do the underside of the nose with the green and then the upper side with the blue. And now I'm taking an orange and a pink marker to work on the dog collar for both the tag and then the actual part where it connects. Using a white acrylic marker, I'm going to just gently dot all around the canvas, creating different sizes by applying heavier pressure or lighter pressure. Habit I've gotten into is going back in with a black acrylic marker and just cleaning up my lines. And then I'm taking a sparkly marker to add some silvery stars. And then always sign your canvas. Don't forget, because you worked hard on that and you deserve it. I cannot thank you enough for stopping by today. I hope you will consider subscribing, liking, commenting, sharing with a friend, and I really hope you have a happy, good rest of your day. Bye bye, everyone.